Hello. Welcome back. Oh, syncing data. That's not good. Oh, no, that's alright. Last time we left off, we started doing a bunch of nonsense side content. And, it was pretty boring. Not gonna lie, it was extremely dull. But I do intend on seeing everything, or just about everything, this game has to offer. There is a few more places on the list that I need to find. And then once we're done with those, we can go right back to doing the main story and hopefully getting the game over with. Because I'm so bored of this. So very bored of this. But there are, of course, there's other companions that I can talk to, people that I still haven't interacted with. For instance, there's a couple, there's one more here, on Kodos, I believe I'm on. I am indeed on Kodos. Yeah, so we got this guy here, Ezekiel.
Something on your
We
mind?
picked him up from, Aquila, I believe.
Oh, sure, if you want.
So this guy, he's one of the few companions that's actually willing to kill. He does not really care. So, you mentioned you haven't worked on a starship in a long time. Why is that?
I was in a starship accident when I was young. It killed my sister, Emmeline, and left me with this scar. I haven't been off-world since. After Emmeline died, space travel lost a lot of its luster. I couldn't see the wonder in it anymore without her. I'm a universal, so that's a heavier thing for me than most.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been so long since they even mentioned religions in the game that I forgot what that even means. A universal?
It's a term for practitioners of Sanctum Universum. My entire family were universals.
Okay, but yeah, like, what does that actually mean? Well, how long ago was that?
The accident happened 12 years ago. 12 years to the day before we met, actually.
12 years to the day before we met. As in, you and me, we. What? So that can fluctuate. That's weird. Ah, well, I couldn't stay in one place for that long, even after an accident like that.
I didn't have much of a choice at first. I was only a kid when she died. Didn't have the means to leave Aquila. And when I grew up, I just couldn't stand the thought of the space lanes without her. Just seeing a starship at the spaceport was enough to make me miss her. She was the only family I had. My parents died when I was just a baby. Once Emmeline was gone, I was all on my own.
Huh. May I ask how your parents died?
They died in a starship accident too. Almost exactly 12 years before Emmeline did.
What?
Some coincidence, huh?
That's... Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who took care of you and... Wait. Oh, so Emmeline was taking care of him. Okay, because he didn't really explain how much older she was. He just said that she died when he was a kid. So I guess she was taking care of him after his parents also conveniently died in a space car accident. So who took care of you after Emmeline died?
I mainly took care of myself. Our parents had a small house in the stretch that Emmeline inherited when they died. That's where I stayed. A couple of the neighbors offered to let me live with them, but I never took them up on it. I couldn't bear to move out of that house. But they kept me fed and helped with the bills until I was old enough to start working. I wouldn't have made it without them.
Huh. Well, I can't imagine how painful a loss like that is.
Nobody can if they haven't been through it. That's part of the reason I've kept to myself all these years. I didn't want to bother the folks around me with something they couldn't understand.
Right. So why did you join my crew? Have you always been a member of the Sanctum Universum?
My whole life. My parents were early adopters of Keeper Aquilus' teachings. They raised my sister Universal, and after they died, she raised me the same way. The two of us prayed together every day. There aren't a lot of other Universals in the Freestar Collective, so we didn't have a church to go to or anything. Our shared faith is part of the reason we were so close when I was growing up.
Who's Keeper Aquilus?
The founder of the Sanctum Universum. He arrived in New Atlantis several decades ago and started spreading the beliefs of the Sanctum there.
Oh, so this is like a fairly recent religion. This thing's only 30 years old. Or just about. That's... okay. Do you mind telling me more about what the Universals believe?
Sanctum Universum means holy universe. That's the core of what we believe. That the universe itself is holy. We think of space travel as a means of connecting with God. We believe they are out here somewhere, and that traveling the stars is the best way to find them.
Them. We can't say he anymore. Okay. I think Emmeline was right to pass on. I don't want to sound like a dick, though. But I do kind of... yeah, I would rather say this. I've never understood how people put that much stock in their faith.
Religion isn't for everybody. I won't try to convince you otherwise. Whatever you believe or don't is your business. As long as you give me the same courtesy, there's no reason it has to come between us.
I'd love for the option to just be an atheist piece of shit, or a hyper-religious, force it onto somebody thing, you know. Roleplay a character, instead of, you just have to tread the lines. Everyone's gotta be respectful.
Something on your mind?
Of course, except when it comes to the Varun. That's a religion that we are allowed to dog on. Why did you ask me about my reasons for traveling in space before you took this job?
I wanted to know what you stood for before I signed on. And my faith teaches that a person's connection to space says a lot about them. Leaving Aquila was a big decision for me. I had to make sure I was traveling with a captain who loves being out here, whatever their reason.
Huh. May I ask what religion you practice? Again.
I'm a member of the Sanctum Universum. We call ourselves Universals.
That's so dumb that option's there twice. Why did you decide to lead Aquila now?
Hope you're superstitious. This is gonna sound crazy otherwise. Something life-changing happens to me every 12 years. Almost to the day. We met right on time. 12 years after the last major event. It felt like a sign. I'm not the type of person to ignore those.
Alright, well, what did my answer tell you about me?
If what you told me about those artifacts is true, you're looking for something bigger than yourself out here. I have a lot of respect for that kind of journey.
Well, you're with the right person. I've always felt at home in space.
That eases my mind. To tell you the truth, I'm still nervous about being out here. It's been years since the last time I was on a starship.
I'd like to ask more about Emmeline, if that's okay.
If you have to.
Will you tell me more about the starship accident that killed her?
Hearing the story once wasn't enough for you? There was a fire aboard my sister Emmeline's ship. She died saving me from it. I'm not going over the rest again. I already feel guilty about what happened to her. Reopening old wounds won't make that any better.
Well, he says it like he already explained the full story. He didn't. He just said there was an accident and was extremely vague about it. Being told that there was a fire on the ship. Like, okay. Like, the whole ship? Like, what happened? How did you get out alive?
You're making me a little nervous, Captain.
Well, whatever, man. You mentioned your life... Or no, you mentioned you'd changed since Emmeline died. You mind telling me more about that?
The thing that changed most about me is my faith. I was a devoted universal before Emmeline died, but I barely pray at all anymore. It's part of why I've avoided space travel all this time. Didn't see the point in being out there without something to connect to. But I'm trying to get it back. That's why I decided to join your crew. I'm trying to reconnect with that part of myself.
Emmeline wouldn't want you to lose touch with your faith. No, universum or not, there's plenty worth connecting out in space.
You're right. There is. I'd forgotten how beautiful the stars are up close. And there really is nothing like the feeling of a grav jump. Remembering things like that again feels like a good place to start. That'd be nice.
I guess that's all he's got.
Right. That's fine.
It really does... Man, I said this last time. It really does feel like these side characters were supposed to have more going on. That they were supposed to have quests involved with them. Right? Like, he's talking about every 12 years something big happens to me. And this is that 12th year. It's like, okay. So, we take that information. Obviously, there would be a quest attached to that sort of thing. Man, that actually looks really nice. There'd be a quest attached to that sort of thing. Wrong button. Where we would go do whatever big 12-year thing happens to him, or maybe our ship crashes, or something interesting like that. And it's like a traumatic experience for him. You know, anything? Anything at all? Anything interesting? Instead of him just giving us his backstory, you know, like, it really feels like something was cut. Something was cut out. And we didn't get to see it. But we're gonna go to Valo real quick, because there should be... Or at least I thought there was. I don't see it, though. Hopetown Science Outpost. Son of a bitch, man. Was I lied to? So this is one of the other things I kind of have an issue with in regards to this game. And this is a testament to how unliked this game is. Is that there's little to no documentation on the game. There's so little actually said about the game that it's hard to find any of the things I'm looking for. Right? Like, I'm trying to find where are all of the unique locations. And there's nothing. Right? Like, there's virtually nothing. The only thing that comes up is maybe a how would I say it? It's someone's YouTube video on it. And it's like, great, that really doesn't help me. Because I'm trying to find a specific location. And the people's YouTube videos don't exactly have the most accurate information because there were a bunch of errors that I noticed because it's locations that I had already visited. And the locations he gives for where these areas are is literally just wrong. And yet this is like a produced video. So if I try to find this particular place, I am probably not going to find what I'm looking for. Like right now, I'm looking for a location called... Well, it was described to me as, from the video, Trade Authority Space Station. It's in the Valo system. And, yeah. Not seeing it here. I don't see it on the Valo system. The only thing I see on the Valo system is, Hope Tech. That's it. So I'm looking at the Starfield wiki, the UESP one, because those people have arguably better information. Now, that being said, arguably better information also means that it is information of quality, merit, and source. So, with that, it takes more time for this sort of site to be developed. Now, it has been effectively 4 months since this game's come out. Or just about 4, right? This came out in September? Yeah, so it's just about 4 months. And this is just missing a lot of information. It's honestly kind of crazy. Yeah, so there is a listing for the deserted Trade Authority Star Station. That's what I'm looking for. But it doesn't have a link, so it hasn't actually been created yet. So this is actually hilarious. So I'm looking at all of these locations, and there really is just so few unique ones. And so few of them have anything to actually do. That's fucking wild. Oh, apparently, the Nova Galactic Star Yard is no longer operating, and spacers have taken over. There's literally no way you would have known that. Wow. I mean, I guess that throws it for a loop. That is kind of interesting, because every other Star Yard you go to is fully operational when you go there. But that's just weird. But yeah, interesting how this star station, quote-unquote, is not appearing in Valo, at least as far as I can see, because you would see a big notification like, hey, here's the star station, but I don't see it. Which is very odd. Maybe it's something I have to physically, like maybe I have to go there first? Carrying too much and can't fast travel. Of course. Of course. How could I forget? There's weight limitations. Ha ha ha. But yeah, it's so just bizarre, really, is the best way I can put it. It's very, very strange that this is the way the game intends on handling everything. You know what, we'll stick with the crystal ship for now, because I did make some adjustments to the ship. As you can see, I've added a couple of extra turrets. I'm curious to see how it will perform in combat. Yeah, it's very strange. Like, I'm wondering if it's like a sensor contact thing. It's like, I still do not know what the sensor contacts are. But like, supposedly... Oh no, that's Suvorov. That's not the planet I'm thinking of. There's like... I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, because there's so much that I feel is like... missing. You know what I mean? Sakharov, that's the place. Supposedly there's something here. There's a sensor contact, there's the Eklund excavation site. Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually... I remember this place. That was actually part of the Freestar quest line, because that's where one of the people are hiding. But like, you gotta think about how many places there are to go. And then you factor that in, and it's like, man, there's that many places to go. Like, look at this tiny little star. Holy shit. I almost can't even see that on the map. Let's go there. I'm actually deathly curious. What is on Van Manen's star? What is even here?
Try and run.
Spacers. Oh, and I'm like inches away from death. Is it just full of spacers?
Enemy Starfield on us. You're no match for us. Holding together.
Nice! That ruined their shield.
God, there's so many! Oh my god! Why were there so many? Well, that sucks. Huh. But that was, one, that was wild. That was a lot of spacers. But, like, yeah, you gotta think about tiny little places like that where it's like, that star I almost didn't even notice. And I guess I should actually stop somewhere legitimate and repair my vessel before I head out. I guess I'll go to Aquila, it's the closest place. But I looked up the location of the Trade Authority Star Station. It is in the Valo system, but it is located... It is in the orbit of Prax, and I find it interesting because it's just not even listed. Not even listed on the map as in orbit of Prax, which is interesting. Not sure why they would do that. Really don't know why.
I heard that the walls of Aquila City were built to prevent nocturnal predators from overrunning the place.
Anything I can help you with?
Can I
Hey,
use this at
what
this
can I do
time?
for
I'm
you?
trying to talk
Sure
to the
thing.
guy. There's an even to fix my ship. God damn. Alright. Let's forget all about that weird star out in the middle of nowhere. 'Cause that was not worth the trouble. I remember where Valo is. Okay. Prax. Prax. Where's Prax? There's Helix. Prax is this one up here. Nothing. Nada. Nothing noticeable. But we will go there anyway, because supposedly there is something here. I don't know. I don't see anything. Oh, there is a star station. Wow. I guess we'll travel to it.
We don't take prisoners.
Yes! Their RAM drive is out of commission.
Interesting. So, the fact that there is just a random-ass star station out here that doesn't appear on your map.
Trade Authority Star Station 34B is under attack. Do not attempt to dock. I repeat, Trade Authority...
It's not listed on the map or anything, which is odd, but I do think this is an interesting setup. But man, you would never find this. You would never find this naturally playing the game unless you were grinding out, just discovering every planet, you know what I mean? There's no
Ship is
fathomable
now
reason
docked.
why you would be able to
Perfect.
find this place.
Didn't even smudge
Especially
the
when
paint.
it's a rock with nothing on it. Nothing of note.
Lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Oh, we're investigating.
Don't go any further.
Are you hurt?
Oh, it's just a flesh wound. I managed to crawl away after getting hit.
I can help if you need, if you tell me what happened.
A couple of spacers docked and started shooting up the place, taking all the goods hostage until someone pays up. You wouldn't mind helping the Trade Authority out, would you? There's a locked safe in the warehouse. High-end goods. Container's got your name on it if you shoot a few spacers on your way in and out.
Any civilians still alive?
I doubt it. I heard them clearing house. Expect to get shot on sight. They don't mess around.
Wow, some Marine you are. You just let them kill a bunch of civilians? What a fucking waste. Who's brave enough to rob the Trade Authority?
Brave. Only a spacer would be dumb enough to pull this off. I'm surprised their hunk of ship could even dock.
I'll get rid of them.
Good. Here's a key. Unlocks a safe in the warehouse. Watch out, it's 0G.
It's taken too long. Let's move to the next hub. What about the others? Keep them here, on lookout. After we leave this hub, start setting up the explosives on the bridge. I don't want anyone getting killed on us.
Oh, man. Oh, this guy's just scripted to keep cleaning up the blood, huh? That's fucked up. Ooh, they almost see me. I don't know how.
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Okay, these doors are open. Safety guidelines.
We should be careful. This leads into a zero-G storage facility. If it's still active, there could be anything floating around inside.
See, like, it's interesting she even has something to say about that. Give me that money. There we go. Pizza Square.
Look out!
Oh, someone sees us. Oh yeah, they're mad already. They can't even hit us. That door's fucked. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, up. Okay, I see. Yeah, the zero-G stuff is cool. I just wish there was more of it in the game.
Running away, eh? Nice bit of work there.
Ow. I just want the bullets, holy shit. I see a set of doors over here. I see a couple of sets of doors, hold on. This one does open. Ah, that's just the way we came. Except not broken.
Damn. I see you've done that before.
Oh boy! Alright, well, while she's busy shooting everyone up outside, I'm just gonna loot. Oh yeah, she killed him.
Throwing a grenade!
Oh, that's actually kind of neat. Using
Found you.
every floating item to their advantage to gain cover. Doesn't really work out for them all the time, but it's still pretty cool.
What's happening, darling? Maybe if you're lucky, we'll talk again later. Gonna bury you.
Jesus Christ. In the middle of a fight? Lady, come on now. We can wait on that. Okay, it's just a corpse. What kind of spacesuit is he wearing? Huh. Oh. Not exactly where I thought I was going to end up. Yeah, no, that's not where I thought I was going to end up. Let's go back in there. I'm kind of shocked that this place, of all things, has a little mini quest attached to it. But places like the Varun Zealot one by Voss, that doesn't have anything to it. Like, I don't know, some of these places, I feel like there should
Cargo
be...
facility. Very nice. I suppose I could be persuaded into rummaging through a few crates.
Are you saying that just because it's the Trade Authority, Sarah? Wow, this place is a fucking maze. Oh!
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
I was gonna say, I don't think anyone heard that, but I think they definitely did. I like how I'm not wearing my helmet in this environment. I guess technically you can wear no helmet in 0G. It's just very odd. Not what I'm used to
I certainly
seeing.
hope the owner of this facility doesn't mind us poking through their inventory.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. They've got plenty of money. So what am I looking for here? I've got to find a way in there. So how would I do that? I would have assumed going up through here would have been the appropriate course of action, but perhaps not. Right? Yeah, it looks clear. Then we go back down the way we came. That's the part that sucks, is that these places are such mazes, like genuine mazes, that it's really hard to figure out where exactly you're supposed to go and how it is you're supposed to get there.
There's bound to be something useful here. Let's have a look around.
Nothing really in here worth anything at all. Let's just double check. Right, okay, so the activity that I have active is still Speak with Abe. Retrieve contents from the container. I guess it would still tell me to go this way. Alright, so maybe that was just a 0G segment, and there's still more to be done. Hard to say.